What is going on, everybody? This is 86 here back with a vlog, and just kind of wanted to talk about some things today. Mainly, starting off feeling good today, actually feeling really good. Um, really, like I said, just lately been working on a lot of things with myself. One of the big things, main things I'm working on is just changing, the way I think and the way I go about my day. And, you know, big part of that is just, being positive. Just trying to have a positive outlook on things instead of always going straight for the negative and everything. Thinking of a glass being half full instead of half empty, that type of stuff. And so far, just rewiring my brain and the way that I think overall um, has been a real challenge. Some days seem like they can be really, really hard where it takes like a lot of effort, to feel good. And then other days it seems like, no matter what, uh, I just wake up feeling good and just ready to get shit done. But today, woke up, not feeling too bad. Um, got up, got motivated. Um, got the kids ready for school. Got stuff done around here. Took the dog on a walk. Been pretty productive today. Took it kind of light on the exercise. Just did more stretching than anything. But I think that definitely has a lot to do with that. And then, I think constantly feeding the brain with useful, positive information is really big too, and not just like doom scrolling on the internet. I think that has a big effect on how people's mental health is. So backing away from that, starting to read more, starting to actually feed my brain with good knowledge, healthy knowledge, positive knowledge on how to grow as a human, as a person, grow spiritually and mentally, physically. All that stuff's been really good for me. It's been really nice. It's what, September, so coming up 3 months, I'll be going 4 years with no alcohol, so that's really big. That's a huge milestone for me. Still going strong. Um, I don't really miss drinking at all, honestly. I'd have to say, I'd have to say my quality of life has went up immensely since stopping drinking. So I don't really ever feel the need to go back. And then once, figuring out that, use alcohol as a coping mechanism to like, deal with shit instead of actually handling it face on. And then once you actually start to deal with your problems, handle them, take them, take them on as they get here, and learn actual problem solving and critical thinking type shit, and just it's just been a hell of a ride the last 4 years. And I really hope I can just continue on this path. I don't really know what path that is, but I feel like I'm at least somewhat going along the right way. um I need to spiritually, but it just feels good. And like I said, some days can be hard. I had a few rough days last week. I think it was Thursday. I was just fucking negative all day. Just had a really hard time just getting through the day. But reflecting back on that day and how I was thinking, it just was not good for me at all. I really have to get out of that mind state when I'm in it of, fuck everything, fuck the world. It's just not good, because then my interactions with people, with customers, are all just negative. It just kind of all spirals on itself. And it's just such a terrible way to start the day and just go throughout the day, withholding yourself like that. So after, like I said, I reflected on that day of just how I handled myself that day, which is like a big thing. And I think that's another thing, is I'm going to start kind of journaling so I can reflect back on my days a little bit easier, because as you get older, the memory's not so great. It starts to fail you sometimes. But I think it's really good to reflect back on your day sometimes. And That day, at the end of the day, I sat back and thought about the day and thought about, why it was such a shitty day. And it was really only a shitty day because I made it that way. It was just no need for me to be like that day. Uh, I woke up breathing, fine. I might have been a little sore. I think that's like the main thing that set it off. But, I could have easily got myself out of that, you know, by getting some stretches done. There's plenty other things, I could have done. Taking some magnesium would have helped with that a little bit. And there's various things, but just being negative and being like that just definitely didn't help. And it just overall made the whole much day so much worse. So it's one big thing I'm gonna really just try working on is just not letting myself fucking ruin the day. I don't know why my voice is so scratchy today. But not letting myself get him, fuck the day up like that and just continue in this cycle of just because I'm having a shitty day, I'm just gonna make it worse type shit. So having a good day so far, gonna keep on that way. A little bit of a shorter week for me, which is nice. Coworker wanted to switch days, so I ended up taking Thursday off, and then I'm working Saturday, so it's a nice short week for me. A little bit longer of a week next week, but it's fine because I'll be getting off early a couple of those days, so that's always good. And yeah, I'm just feeling good today. Really just trying to figure out what the next thing for me to do is as far as working on myself. I think I'm gonna really just start kind of like journaling my days, so I can just, like I said, reflect back on them a little bit easier. I think that'd be really good for me to do, especially when I catch myself in these really shitty moods where I'm just being completely pessimistic and just negative and terrible to myself. um, but yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be trying to work on at least for a while. And I'm gonna continue reading this book. I've kind of been sloughing on that, but I'm gonna work on that today, getting some of that done, and just getting as much shit done as I can, and at work, and just trying to stay positive with people and just have a good outlook on the day, good positive outlook on things, and hopefully it'll just continue to be a better day, and without me fucking just destroying it with my own pessimism. Um, So that was just kind of like the focal point. It was, I just kind of realized that over the last few days of how I can be. Sometimes it's hard to realize how you can be, to reflect back on how you are. Uh, yeah, I'm my own worst enemy sometimes. I really am. The way I treat myself. It's just, I don't know why I'm like that with myself. But, yeah. Should be a pretty solid day, though. I don't think I really have too much on the agenda to really get done, so it should be a pretty chill day at work. Get through that. Today is already my Wednesday, which is freaking nice. Well, actually, I got one more day to go after today. Get to my weekend. I'll have Thursday and Friday off this week, so that's solid. In Path of Exile, I actually got my defenses fixed pretty well. It's definitely way better than it was before. I'm feeling a lot more tanky than I was previously. Sitting at about 50% evasion now. I actually gambled this chess piece here. Has a huge amount of evasion rating, nice resistances. So this helped out a lot with getting my resistances much better. So now, I'm a lot less likely to get hit, so that helps with survivability quite a bit. Hopefully I can get along to level 78. I'm almost more than halfway to level 76, so that's nice that we got a little boss here. So I'll just keep working through. Once we hit level 78, I'll have a pretty huge upgrade that I can equip, which will be really nice. And after that, we should really just start steamrolling content. That's just the next big milestone that I have to hit is level 78. Then I'll be good. And yeah, I'm still really just enjoying PoE. I know the Diablo season starts today, but I just think I'm gonna wait and see what maybe the meta's like and see if there's any new builds. Because right now I just don't even think that there's anything that I want to play that I didn't play last season, so I'm gonna skip out on it for right now. But if you guys are playing the new D4 season, let me know what you guys think. And yeah, I'm just gonna get through my day. Stay positive. Always trying to, work on myself one way or another. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do now. I've got some short-term goals set, some long-term goals set. Keep working on them. Try to stay focused. And yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Remember to stay positive. Hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.